Oh, 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 oh. Uh, uh, uh. I'm out of town, thugging with my round.
What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Two Ways to Say It. I am the one y'all love more, KC.
Stop it. You know they love Ashley Renee more. I mean, why wouldn't they?
Anyway, I got
Yeah.
reasons, so they went. I'm just playing. Anyway, so today we are talking about something. I mean, you can say a little controversial. People been talking about it. And where I get this from is from I don't even know the name of the dude podcast. I just didn't feel like from what he was saying, I didn't even really feel like I needed to go look into it. But I know Charlamagne was on there and they were talking about Beyonce.
hmm
On this podcast episode, the man was saying he went to his first Taylor Swift concert and that Taylor Swift was the best concert he ever seen. And then what he could have stopped there, but what he decided to say was that Taylor Swift is the only person you compare to Taylor Swift is Michael Jackson. And then Charlamagne, I think, brought up Beyonce. And he was like, "What you mean? Have you not seen Beyonce or whatever?" And he was like, "Yeah, I hate no people gonna hate me say it, but like she better than Beyonce, all this." So
Yeah.
we like to value opinions, but today, we're going to go ahead and address it. So what we're gonna be asking that question of why is it something where people feel like Beyonce is overrated when in reality she kind of is underrated? Uh, so let's just
Yeah.
go slide into it. So first, of course, everybody know who Beyonce is. We don't know who Beyonce is, but I think a lot of people think she's just Beyonce, and we don't really think about the stuff that she's done. So I just kind of
hmm
narrowed it down to like some little small stuff. So of course she has the most VMA wins of anybody. She has the most Grammy wins of anybody. Let's think about how long the
hmm
Grammy's been a thing. And of course she was the first Black woman to headline Coachella.
See,
And
I ain't know
even
that.
yeah, and even then on top of that, look how big it was. It's one thing to headline, but it kind of made a movement. Like it was such a big deal that people sat there and watched it on Netflix. Wanted to see the whole making of it.
Okay.
And of course, she did the Super Bowl. Now, of course, she wasn't the first one Black woman to be on the Super Bowl, but to headline and to do what she did on there was another thing where she made it a movement. Kind of went out there and did something, that made the conservatives mad. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's just a few things. Just even well, I don't even have to say much. That's a lot right there. And so in some way, I don't know, it's our community too. I've seen that we said, and I've seen everybody else say it too, where they literally can say that Beyonce is overrated. And so I don't know what it is, but I have my piece. But I'm gonna let you. Why do you feel like people see somebody so successful and so big, and they automatically go to they are overrated?
I mean, I kind of question the same thing. So the only thing I could think of is because she is consistent.
Yes.
So when you're consistently seeing someone, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like you naturally just think like, okay, yeah, they overrated. I'm tired of hearing her.
Mm-hmm.
We know Beyonce gonna come out with an album every year, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I can respect it. So that's the only thing I can really think of is the consistency that Beyonce gives us. So, but I don't know why though. What you
Yeah.
think?
I think the same thing. I think it's because you can't really escape Beyonce. Even if she was quiet, it's still a way where you can
Mm-hmm.
bring Beyonce into it. And for me, I would think that most people think that's a good thing. I know a lot of, like you
Yeah.
said, a lot of R&B girls where they say when you that one person they be like their dream collaboration is Beyonce, or who they kind of got inspiration from is Beyonce. And some way people have flipped it into like this, it's a problem. And I think another problem too is when people think of Beyonce, when you call somebody overrated. If you just ask them, say, okay, so if she overrated, why is she overrated? I want to
Mm-hmm.
know what the answer would be. And I actually read some of the comments. I went on like, especially Reddit. They always do the little stuff like this, where they answer little controversial comments. And of course, people will say stuff like, I mean, she's talented. She could sing. She could dance. But there's other artists out there. It'd be answers like that. And it's weird. Like, okay, so you skipping over. She could sing.
Right.
She's talented. She could dance. She could do all this, but they're saying it as if everybody can do that same thing. Uh, and it's weird. I think she set the
No.
bar high, and it's a lot of artists that cannot do that same thing, no matter what.
No. And Beyonce was taught how to sing too. She's
Yes.
not a
Hmm.
she wasn't born a singer. Her
Right.
dad, well, not her dad, but well, I guess her dad, could
Hmm.
afford for her to have music lessons, well,
Right.
vocal lessons
Hmm.
and all that. But Beyonce was actually taught how to sing. So, and you can't even tell the difference. To me, she sound better than most people. I also think
Hmm.
too, like a Beyonce sound, even if it's different. It's just like, okay,
Hmm.
this is a Beyonce song, and it's
Yeah.
like it's hard for you to get tired of it. Like most
Yeah.
people who are out now, you can
Hmm.
tend to see people say, okay, they need to switch it up because it's getting boring now. I feel
Yep.
like it's hard for Beyonce to still try something new, but I
Hmm.
feel like it'll still hit here and there. Other people can't do that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes people saying overrated can also be a little hate.
Oh,
Ooh.
look. Let's call a spade at what it is. It can't be
Right. And
um
and granted, I'm not a huge Beyonce fan. Don't get me wrong, I'm
same right.
not, but I like Beyonce.
Yes.
I know so many Beyonce
Hmm.
songs, but am I her number one fan? I am not her number one fan. But
Right.
I love Beyonce.
Right.
But I'm not her
Um,
number one fan. Yeah.
right. And I think and it's this I think it's this thing too where if I think people like to be different, right? So if everybody is liking something, or if everybody got that same liking of something, people some way to be different can be like, okay, I don't like that too. Because since
Hmm.
everybody likes Beyonce, it'll make somebody different to be like, oh, I don't like her. Oh, well, y'all
Right.
can like her. I don't like her. And I don't know what it is. People want to be different so bad. What do you get from
So
that? I
bad.
mean, because at the end of the day, if you got to do all that, apparently you kind of want to listen to her. Like, if you have to do all that to avoid it, you
True.
kind of want to listen to her. Like, why suffer in it? Um, Now, another part of it for me, when I look a little deeper into it, I think it's that woman and man thing. So, of course, we can't say that Beyonce is Michael Jackson or nothing like that. But like, say is that when we talk about Michael Jackson, you, I don't hear overrated from people. I think people say that Michael Jackson, which of course, anyway, his stardom matches, right? We've seen the,
Hmm.
the videos of the people in the crowds passing out. We've seen, like, I think he's shown some type of. I don't think we see it that much these days anyway. Not that type of stardom, at least.
Yeah.
But it matches. Like, he was able to sing, he was talented, he could do it all. But with that, people then say, oh, he's overrated. But it's funny how when it's this top woman, it's so easy to be like, y'all don't need to be giving her that much praise. Like, she can't match up to this man in no way. Or, what I'm saying, can't no woman be this powerful. Like, you cannot get all this
Mhm.
praise to this woman. So that's me. I low key think it's easy to pin the overrated thing or this slander
It
to
is.
her because she's a woman.
And granted, I look at Beyonce as the now male Michael Jackson. Granted,
Right.
I said Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. And granted, she is not Michael Jackson. Will she ever touch him? No, she won't. But
Right.
and granted, I keep saying granted, but who's to say that she wouldn't? I can't say that she wouldn't. And
Right.
I almost feel like that Virgo Beyonce
Oh.
definitely, that Virgo in her is definitely trying to get there, hit their mark. She's pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
I can give her that, especially with her performances. Like
Mm-hmm.
we can't say that her performances aren't as close to Michael Jackson, if
Mm-hmm.
not better in some of them. Like
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to argue with nobody about that,
Not at all.
but
No.
she's definitely up there with him. And of course, I think with him being older and a
Mm-hmm.
legend, no one
Legend.
wants to
Say that.
compare them and say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, she's better. But in this era, and even before this era, I would say Beyonce been holding it down. Like
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
I yeah.
it's the woman, it's the male. I'm saying it's that male and female thing because think about it. If it was a male in her spot or had that much, like, that much, I guess, stardom now for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't have a problem comparing that male if it was to Michael Jackson. They wouldn't have
That's
they
true.
wouldn't have cared about comparing the similarities. You know, they want to compare, but it's because it's this woman. It is to them. It don't make sense to have this woman. You know what I'm saying? Be the next Michael. You know, like look like she is coming up close to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But
And it's a woman who is representing or trying to represent every woman, every shade.
yep.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every black
Hey,
woman anyway. Let me be clear,
right.
every black woman.
Mm-hmm.
And you know
Yeah.
they know y'all don't like black women. Let me stop.
How about
You know they don't like black women, so
and now that you say that, um, and it must be, and there's another thing too. Of course, you're gonna get. I think people get hate from since she's one of those women where she, like you, she push boundaries and you know she don't really look at limitations because I think she's
mm-hmm.
so for us. Like it's not like she's appeasing anybody to get to this. You know, like some people, I got to
Right.
cross over to this. I got to cross over to get all this. She naturally just being one of us. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Speaking straight from her roots and stuff like that, and still able to get these people to gravitate to her. I think
Right.
that garnishes a lot of hate too. I
Mm-hmm.
think because people don't want to see you just how to, like you said, be a representation of just us. That's what it is. Like when you see her,
Mm-hmm.
you think us because she's done numerous times where she's went out there and the whole performance, even like the one where she do with her daughter on stage. I think that's like some. I think that's they kind of talking about blood, like, all that. That's is us. It's
Yeah.
what I want to say, us centric, but that's what it is. So I think that gets a lot of hate too. But
Oh yeah,
good morning,
definitely.
good morning, good morning. Okay, besides besides the music, Beyonce, of course, is a person too.
Oh.
Beyonce is a person too. So let's think about the stuff that has happened in media that people talk about her too. So before any fans, just know I'm just bringing it up. I'm not giving any opinions on it. But anyway, um, first, like for example, of course, we know the elevator incident. That's
Mm-hmm.
one thing that happened in the media. Of course, everybody was talking about it, but we didn't hear that from Beyonce. But everybody was talking about it. I don't know what year that was. I don't think nobody could escape it because of how unbelievable it was. And I think because it was a video, it was video proof of
Yes.
it. Another thing was I think her pregnancy. You know about the pregnancy controversy and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. So that's probably her two major ones. I think. So with her being a person, because she's better than me. You know, we notice how Beyonce doesn't address anything out there. She might say a little bit in her music, but you never gonna see her on Twitter, Instagram, nothing addressing stuff. You know, like she don't never go in the media and do that. And I think sometimes
Mm-hmm.
people don't understand how hard that is. Just imagine you famous, your whole life out there, and people just on there. Even some people could be on there making those stories about it. So bad you want to go out there and debunk it, like you want to tell them that's not what happened, but you can't say nothing. Like you
Nothing.
just got to keep going. So could you be able to do that? Could you be able to do that? Not say nothing.
Yeah, I feel like I could. And
Mm,
granted, like he's saying, granted, and we also have to see it too, where we grew up in a time where social media, it wasn't any social media.
right.
So even if someone says something about us, we can address it on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not any text messages where you can screenshot all this.
Right. Right. Right.
So I feel like it's easier for Beyonce, compared to the new artists now. It's just like, okay, I gotta prove this, I gotta prove
Yeah. Oh, I
that.
hate
And
it.
I love the fact that Beyonce is quiet about it now. Do I want to know what really went on? I really do. I still want to know what happened in the elevator. But I
Right.
think it makes it even more better, like to have people's minds wondering, to
Yeah.
me. And
Mm-hmm.
then as we can see now, when you don't say anything, you just sit back and get quiet, it'll go
Yes.
away within a week.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're moving on to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, too, they talk a lot about Beyonce's dad and,
Yeah.
how he has another child somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Most people will probably speak about it, especially if it's about, your parent or
Mm-hmm.
someone in your family, but she, is quiet about that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the only thing I could do is respect Beyonce for that. Is it something like I said? If it's something someone talking about my dad, my mom, my sister, my brother, or someone,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I would feel the need. I want to. I want to say, hey,
Right.
don't say this, don't say this. This not true.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we just. I feel like it's just easier for me not to say
Just say
anything.
anything. Mm-hmm.
So, what you think?
I I think she's a soldier and a trooper because I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna say nothing. I can't lie like that. I think, like of course like she did the elevator thing where with on Flawless Remix, she was like, she said in the song, of course sometimes stuff go down with it, like stuff like that. I think
Yeah,
I would
when
be
it's $1
taking
billion
away.
on the elevator.
Right. And I think that was a cool way to, I guess, say something without really still not
Right.
giving no detail. I think I'd be more on that end. Like I acknowledge that everybody knows something. I don't want them to, even though I don't feel like I gotta prove nothing or nothing, I feel like that'll be cool to do it like that. Like I know y'all
Mm-hmm.
talking, but y'all still ain't gonna know. So I ain't gonna say nothing because that's still saying something. But I think I can, to an extent, do it. Seeing her example of saying, like you said, once you don't say anything, it just kind of works its way out. I don't,
Mm-hmm.
like I think sometimes like that's what I don't like to see with like a lot of these new artists, even just social media people. The first thing they do, and like they could be it could be an article about them just like that. They gonna eat on them stories. They back and
Yes.
forth. They edit on Twitter. They posting stuff. Like it's just too much, and they don't realize they don't do it to make the situation worse. And it's funny
Worse.
because a lot of times the people that be the innocent ones because they say so much. They don't realize they change the narrative for everybody because they're gonna think, oh, that's the mad one, like this back and forth, all
Yep.
it and they probably at home driving themselves crazy, waiting on the response. I don't think people ever realize that that it drive them crazy, but yeah,
Yeah.
I
Even Jay-Z, the whole speculation that Jay-Z, was cheating too.
mm-hmm.
Again, most women are gonna get up, take up for that man child.
That what they gonna do, mm-hmm.
Beyonce just gonna make a song about it.
And that's
Or
how you
if again, a lot of people said that they think that it was just a way to sell her album that time. And
mm-hmm.
even if it still was a good idea.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just
but
like
and two, you have to think, give props to her team as well. Her team stays quiet. Even her PR person who just like, girl, don't even
who it.
address that.
That's what I'm saying.
Or like her PR person probably never says anything. She getting paid to not say anything. or
Mm-hmm.
I can't say not do anything, but not to, say anything. Her manager, family. Even I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if Solange actually said anything about it. I don't think she did.
She didn't. Nope.
Jay-Z could have went out and spoke on this.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just so much that could happen, especially with the elevator situation. I'm pretty sure it was um a microphone or
Or something.
something up there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought people could hear you talking on the elevator if they
Yeah.
just really wanted to pull some audio.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe not. I don't know.
Now you know
I
them.
would
That
think
was some
she's
good.
staying in a good hotel
Right,
and it
right.
got some audio. And if you could just
Mm-hmm.
pay somebody not to air it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just enough right there. So, like I said, she has a good team behind her. And that's what I was saying on once before in one of the episodes with Kai. What's his name?
Senate. Mm-hmm.
Senate. Kai Senate.
Senate. Yeah.
Yeah, him. Like him just needing a good team.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
the way she just built her team, I have no choice but to respect it because I would want to send your dancers, all this
Mm-hmm.
stuff that just go on that does not get out. Blue can
Yep.
run her mouth if she wanted to, but she don't.
Is that yeah? And that's another thing. Like when you like you said, I think you said this maybe yesterday when how those dancers like you. Of course, you got so many people around you. I think that's why people information gets leaked out. Like and when you are famous, like you have no choice but to have all these people around you. Like you gotta have a team, you
hmm
gotta have dancers, and you can't tell me out of out of 100 people, it ain't gonna be at least two people who gonna tell something. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
If I'm on the team, I'm gonna tell you. So
Okay,
me and you
exactly. Then I
gonna
was
know.
like, what is
Look,
she doing?
I about to say
You
me and you
know,
gonna know. So that's why I say it's always somebody that tell, but to the fact of she can keep all her mouth closed, or it's just a respect held around her to already know
that's what
not
I'm
to
saying.
say
I would
nothing.
think. like, if you were a dancer on the team or something like that, I know she got used to the bathroom. And she went in there and funked up the bathroom or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God. And I know I would go back like, man, you staying Beyonce cute.
I
Wait till
was
you tell.
like,
She went in there and blew it up, baby.
I was like, Ashley, let me tell you. I was like, you ain't gonna believe it right here. You ain't gonna believe. You ain't gonna believe it. You ain't gonna believe it. I was like, it was funky, boy. Anyway, but yeah, just like that. It's just and like it's just probably like this unknown, well, unsaid like respect, like they already know. I think, and that's why I'm kind of sliding into how she hold herself. I think just because she holds herself a certain way, I think people just know to come around her, and you just
Hmm.
know, like you don't expect, you already know, like go around. That's why I love that video when Beyonce was running away from Jason Lee. That's why I love it because she was like, "No, that ain't, that ain't my type of dude." Yeah, she had ran away from him at a little party
Right.
or whatever. She was trying to avoid him, and
Oh
that
my
let you know
God.
right there.
You should post it because I don't know
I,
what video you talking about.
I'm gonna clip it right here. I'm gonna clip it. It's gonna be right there. Yeah, she ran away from him because he was you know who he is. And I
Jason,
think
yeah.
she probably didn't sing something. That's why I think yeah, Beyonce, she quiet, but I know she keep them ears to the streets. I'm pretty sure if you're in the industry and
Hmm.
you talking that like that much, she gonna know something, or somebody that told her like stay away from that. But yeah, it's just that the way she holds herself, I think is another thing. Like a lot of celebrities, I know they be like they want to see her. They want her to be in her song. They want her to like they love going to her concerts. But it's funny that a lot of them don't take that same like like, like they want everything but to act right. Like you see, like she's showing you an example of like, okay, let me try to act since it's such an inspiration. I would think out of
Hmm.
everything, because I am a person before the music, I'm gonna be like, okay, she know how to act. Like, let me do that too. And you look how far
Yeah.
it got her. Like you said, it could be like you said, she learned to sing it. It could have been taught to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can tell her mama is
Hmm.
very like a parent, and they could have told her how to
Yeah.
act. They could have told her how to hold herself. And it just amazes me that artists see her acting right, and they who are so inspired by her and do not and don't do the
Do
same thing.
not.
Be cutting up. And that's why I love when somebody be like, "Y'all doing this on Beyonce internet?" Yeah, because I was saying you can't say you're inspired by like unless you just about the music, but for real, it's an example of okay, I can look. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what got her there. Just how she hold herself.
Right.
So yeah, I think she holds herself very well. But anyway,
Yes. She's the queen bee.
okay. So let's get into a little. I'm just playing, but okay. So Miss Ashley, as an African American woman,
Yes.
seeing someone, seeing another African American woman in power, how does that make you feel? Like, or does that
And
do anything for
power.
you? I
I'm
mean,
just playing.
shoot.
I'm just playing. I'm just
I
playing.
say empower. Let me take that back. No dictatorship. With this I guess power in music, let me say that.
Hmm.
And to be such to this amount of stardom, to be in so many people's, eye view, how does that make you feel in a way? Or does it do anything for you at all? I don't know.
I mean, yes, of course it does, especially with just specifically Beyonce. Of course, I grew up with Beyonce when she was in Destiny's Child, and
Mm-hmm.
now just seeing her, branch off, but also include Kelly and Michelle every blue moon into things and see how, they're still friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What her and Kelly are cousins, right? I think they're actually related.
Oh, okay. Well,
Don't quote
I
me
ain't
on
know.
it.
I don't know. I don't
Don't
know.
quote
But
me on
it
that.
might
Yeah,
have
I
well
don't know,
be
but
she to stay
I
with
think
them.
that they are.
Might have well, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're actually cousins, but just to see how their relationship is, even though, Beyonce decided to do her own solo thing and make it
Mm-hmm.
big. And just again, how Beyonce represents or try to represent all shades, all
Yes.
sizes of Black women and just
Mm-hmm.
Black people in general.
Yes.
I mean, I always feel inspired when I'm listening to her music, especially her Formation song. I think that was the Lemonade album.
Yeah.
I do like a lot of people didn't really care for Break My Soul on this album. the
Mm-hmm.
Renaissance album, but that was the first one, we heard on the radio, and it
Mm-hmm.
just stuck with me, and I actually really like it.
Like what it's
So,
yeah.
it's very inspiring to see Beyonce up there, also, doing what she loves and have a family as well,
Mm-hmm.
and learn how to stay quiet as well. So,
Yes.
for me, I love it. What about you?
Okay, so as an African American male,
Mm-hmm.
I think for me because I'm such a like I don't want to say feminist, but I just just love to see women just doing it. You know what I'm saying? I love to see women always to these heights. That's what I said. When people get mad when they compare to Michael Jackson, I kind of like it because I feel like when people get mad about something, it's because of the truth. So I
Mm-hmm.
just love to see like a black woman at that point, to be able
Yeah.
to go and sell all these shows out to have all these people, and of course it'd be a diverse crowd, so all these people of different races coming to see you. I just don't see how you don't think Michael Jackson, but I just love to see this black woman pulling in all of this. I'm gonna say audience. I ain't gonna say money because it ain't my money, but you know what I'm saying, pulling in all of this, like just creating all these different movements. And like you said, like I just love the moment of like when she was on the Super Bowl and when she did the like formation thing, and it kind of gave people this what they said reminisce. The conservative said Black Panther, like she was,
Black Panther. Yeah.
yeah. But for her to even think, okay, this is the time to do it. This is like I'm on one of the biggest platforms this year, and I'm gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do nothing but respect it because I at myself because I want to not be another brick on the wall in life. I want to make make impact in the world. I just love to see that, and I love that it's a woman doing it. Not saying
Mm-hmm.
that a male do it, and I don't care. It's just males do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, people expect it out of that's who they look. People look for males to do all these crazy things when really it should be either or. And I love to see a woman, a black woman, proving that she could be at the top. And she's on top
Yeah.
of these males. Power.
And the sisterly love that her and Solange have and
Yeah.
represent, I love it. And I also, because I don't want to use the word allow, like how she allows Solange to be herself, because
Hmm.
it seems
Well,
as
she
if she has allowed,
provides the space. Yeah.
yeah, the space
Yeah.
for
Hmm.
her to be herself. Because we know Solange tends to show that side where it's like, oh, y'all not going to talk about my sister. She the little
Hmm.
the little sister that's coming
There you go.
behind the big sister.
Hmm.
Especially what we see of Beyonce is the quiet, like, hi,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
so it's almost good seeing Solange in her light as well. So I do like how, regardless of how perfect Beyonce is,
Hmm.
um, Solange showing us what other side Beyonce can have.
There you go.
Okay? Because
I
most
knew what
two
I knew
sisters
you gonna
most
say
of the
that.
time acting alike. So
I'm so weak. Yeah, right. That's right. So I'm gonna just before we get into what I really want to get to, um, I'm gonna just I guess to get to this overrated thing again. I don't in no way, shape, or form see someone who, like you say, is consistent and has done the work to be, that it matches the praise to be overrated. I
mhm.
think we often use that word too much. And of course it's people online, but people when you're gonna say overrated, let it be somebody who, what I'm saying, just getting stuff and ain't did nothing for it. I
Mhm.
never understand when people I know people even call Drake overrated all the time. And I was just like, okay, it's one thing not to like somebody, but when they have the resume, I don't see how you can call somebody overrated. It's
Overrated.
like
Yeah.
unless you're using the wrong term, I feel like it's one thing to just say I don't like this person, I don't listen to them all the time. But overrated is crazy. Like when people put in the
Mhm.
work, you see the numbers. You can't, so you can't argue numbers. You see the tour tickets. You can't argue that. You see the music. I mean, every beat like Beyonce and Drake, it's always a song you can. It ain't nobody they don't say they don't like at least
And
one of their
Drake,
songs.
yeah, and Drake's lyrics are good. He's not like
Yes.
this person we can't understand,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm not getting it, because we can name a
Yeah.
lot of rappers that's very overrated.
There you go.
But I'm gonna be quiet because right now
You
we're
can
talking
be
about
quiet.
Beyonce.
You're gonna be
But
positive. Yeah.
yes,
But yeah,
but
like
yeah,
that overrated. I don't like it. So let's stop saying overrated. Let's find something else to say. Just say you don't listen to someone, or you are forcing
Mm-hmm.
yourself not to listen to them because everybody else is. That's fair. Do that. But overrated, we can't do that, especially in our community. A little talk to our community where it is
Mm-hmm.
hard for us to get in a lot of the spaces. It's hard for us to get in a lot of these spaces and to be seen half of the time. So for somebody to be putting it in their face, you should be saying the last. You know what I'm saying? You should be saying underrated, like we say, rather than overrated.
Right.
Let's wake up. Y'all sleep. Let's wake up. But anyway,
Very
that's
sweet.
that's enough on that. So since we're talking about Beyonce, and
Okay.
how can you do this without, you know what I'm saying? How can you do Beyonce without actually saying it? We're gonna give you guys, you know what? I said our favorites, our top three Beyonce songs.
Agree.
Agree if you agree. If you disagree, you're lying. But anyway, so I guess I started off, and I'm gonna go with my number three. My number three is Ego. And let me tell y'all why I like Ego. Gotta be ego. And it could be the
Hey,
regular
so
or
you
the
can
remix,
go.
whatever one, because I like the one with Kanye West too. But it's somebody that song. It's somebody that song that I just relate to.
Okay.
It's just somebody because my ego. It be yeah.
Okay.
And I just love it. I love it. But yeah, that's my number three.
Okay.
And we used to listen all the time with my mama. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, but I'm gonna keep it in there. Oh, but yeah, that's my number three. Ego. Ego, ego. Ego.
Okay. Number three for me, I think I'm going to go with me, myself, and I.
Mm, 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 mm,
Me,
mm.
myself, and I. That's all I
Is all I
got in
got in the
the end.
It's what I
That's what I found
hey
out. And it ain't
in it.
no need to cry. Because you throwing me
Cause
off. But
now
yes, I'm going to go with number three, me, myself, and I. Of course, because that's all I have is me, myself, and I. Like she said in the lyrics, that's all you got in the end. That's what
that's
I
it.
found out. And it's no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm going to be my own best
My own best
friend.
friend. And she
So,
ain't say nothing else.
and
That's
shout out to my best friends. Y'all know who y'all are.
it.
But at the same time, we know what she was saying. So,
Get to
um, it's a way in saying if these. I'm just playing.
that. And you
But
ain't
yeah, I'm
playing.
gonna go
You
with
ain't
number
playing.
three. Me,
Okay.
myself, and I.
All right. My number two is gonna be Kitty Cat, and I'm gonna say why because I love underrated songs. I love songs that I see she kind of performing a little bit now because of her fans saying it's underrated and stuff like that. But that's one of them songs that I literally stumbled across. I actually, when I saw it on YouTube, I thought it was fake. Like it was, I think it because of the cat with it. I thought it was a fake video. This was a while ago. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, they got a
And you said that you'll be soon be home. Baby, that was a long time ago.
yeah.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. On
Let's
top of
go.
you not calling me back.
Hey, hey, hey. But yeah, I'm gonna go say Kitty Cat, and it just like if ain't nobody heard that song, please go listen to it. It got one of them you can't help but dance to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Kitty Cat. No, it don't. I don't care about what she was talking about. So we ain't got no business singing that, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Kitty Cat. That's my number two.
Okay. And shout out to the kitties.
Look at
Okay.
you.
See the um, I'm so country. Number two would be, oh my gosh, this is a hard one. Look at you. I'm gonna go with just because I'm thinking of a song right off the top of my head. I'm gonna go with the one like, you know, to say, let's see, like, yeah, all night long. So I'm gonna go with number two, all night long. I love that video. So long.
I just like that
I
too.
love the background music. You can hear all the instruments. Of course, I
Mm-hmm.
was in a band, and that's the first thing that I realized or I
Mm-hmm.
heard. And of course, the simplicity of that video. I just
Mm-hmm.
love it. I love the lyrics of it. It's just so true. Cause me, that's how I am. They just want to fill up, rub up,
It's
and touch up on you. And I be trying to tell them that, but stuff goes in one end, out the other. They be swearing these women be wanting them. I said they just want to fill up, rub up, and touch
yeah,
up on you. That's it. But they don't
that
want you. But
that
I'm gonna be quiet because when I say stuff,
it,
I'm a hater.
you a hater. All right.
So I'm gonna go with All Night Long as my number. Phew.
Okay. And you already know my number one because you stole it. I know you stole it because I said it first. But my number one is Me, Myself, and I. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Beyonce has a lot of songs. For me, I'm telling you, ain't no song topping Me, Myself, and I. It's what she was saying. Do y'all hear this? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
Me, Myself, and I ain't got nobody else. Boy, yeah, I lit. I ain't
Nobody.
got nobody else. I ain't got nobody else. Yeah, I lit. I ain't got nobody. At the end of the day, but yeah, but anyway, I do love the people around me. But you know what I mean. That song, I think it's just. I feel like if you ever going through some, if you know what I'm saying, I don't know,
hmm
if you with somebody you don't want to be with them for real, maybe you need to hear that song so you'll know at the end of the day you really don't need them. Snap out of it. But yeah, Me, Myself, and I.
Okay.
Just Beyonce, if you're gonna do anything, you got to perform Me, Myself, and I don't even know if she even performed that song no more, but she probably needs to. But yeah, Me, Myself, and I. That's my number one. Ain't that topping that one? But go ahead.
Okay. So number one, right now in this moment because it flip flop.
Oh,
I don't know. Okay, before I get my number one, I would say it was a song. I don't think she ever released it, but it
mm,
was just maybe a little snippet of it. It's called "Die with You."
okay. Is that the one with the piano where she was playing with the? Wait a minute.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I
She was
think
at
she
the
released
piano
on
with like
title.
no
Yeah,
makeup on.
yeah, she released on title. Like, yeah, it was never like released to. I think it was like released and then deleted. It was something like, was it directly for Jay-Z or something like that? It might have been something like that.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Yes. Now
Mm-hmm.
that right there hits so hard. I love the lyrics. It's just so beautiful. That's how I feel whenever I find my soulmate. I know you are out there and you are listening. Go listen to that song because that's gonna be our song, but it is not my number one. But I just wanted to shout that one out.
Okay.
But number one for me right now, I'm just gonna go with 1+1.
If I ain't got nothing.
I got you. If
Hey.
I ain't got something, I don't give a damn. Cause I got it with you. Do y'all not hear the lyrics in this song? If that's not your number one song, I'm sorry, you crazy wilding right now. If that's not like your wedding song or something, like you
You got
crazy
to, yeah.
wilding, like
You
you
got
bugging out, like you mad bugging right now. Like
that's definitely a win song. If any song, 1+1 really.
like
Yeah.
everything that she says in that song just hit. It's like everything you just want to say to a person because it's like, yeah, that's how I feel. Like that's what
Yeah.
it is. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to put it in words, but that's what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
number one is 1+1. So soulmate again, if you are out there listening right now, just know, go listen to that, and when you meet me, play that. Okay, that's how I would know.
Darling, you
Oh my god,
got
that sounds desperate. Let me tell
enough.
you something.
But
One thing about me, I'm gonna play that me, myself, and I. Okay.
I'm gonna play it. That's your two different moves. 1+1 and Me, Myself, and I got to
Period.
decide. But yeah, so of course y'all hear our top threes. And whatever your top three is, tell us. Let us know what
Yes,
the
I
top
want to
three is.
know.
They irrelevant, but I'm just playing now. But tell us your top three. So like we always do at the end of every episode, we're gonna give you guys
hmm
a little word to take with you. Um, take it to your family, take it to your cousins, take it to whoever needs to hear it. Do you want me to go first?
Could you please, Mr. Purple Man?
Yes, I will go first. So this week, I'm kind of not. I ain't gotta keep it on topic. This week I kind of do want to talk about this. Hmm. Dang, am I changing my mind? uh, let me myself and I. So
Okay.
people, I know everybody say when you by yourself, I know it can feel lonely. I know people say single is like it's cool for a minute, but it's some in us that we wake up one day and be like, I just need somebody, or like you had an urge, like you don't want to be by yourself no more. Let's kind of try to stop the urge. Being by yourself is cool. Um, like Beyonce said, me, myself, and I. Remember that you can technically entertain yourself. All you need is yourself for real. Let's go. Let being with somebody. Let that be some added to your life. Let's not go to it like it's gonna be your life. So let's just, if you are single and you by yourself, let's enjoy that. Let's not make it seem like we are lonely, so depressed. No, find it within yourself first, or you ain't got no
Yes.
business going trying to find nobody. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that. And single life is the best life. That's all I got.
I don't know. Let's see. What do I have tonight? Let me think of something. Something like you know. Let's go with, so what I would say is be the friend that you want your friend to be.
Ooh, huh,
I don't know where I'm going with this, but just take it. I feel like there was a
I like
message
it.
for somebody.
Yeah.
And we know of course, someone can take it and spin it, like, you can't be a friend.
Mm,
But
mm,
but you know what I'm trying to say. Just whatever you feel like you expect in our relationship, make sure, or relationship or friendship, just make sure you're putting in that same effort.
okay.
And I'm just gonna leave that at that. And I
Oh,
said what I said, and I ain't changing. You can
nice.
like it, you can flip it, you can turn it around. I said it, I ain't changing.
And that's it. Straight to it. Anyway,
Yes.
I like that. I'm gonna use it. Anyway, so thank y'all for watching. I'm episode 11. I think it's episode 11. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for our constant watchers, our constant viewers. We thank you.
Yes,
Continue
thank
to stop
you.
by. Thank you again. Like, it's just we love you so much. Like,
We
why do y'all?
appreciate you guys.
Why do you
Yes.
watch us? What do we have?
It's
But
very
anyway,
much something. It's
yeah,
something.
it's something. It's something.
Yes.
But yeah, just keep watching. Like, comment, share. Tell us
Share.
your top three Beyonce songs. Let us know. This is,
And
I
let us
guess,
know
and
if you think she's overrated. Because I
thank you. If you
don't.
think she overrated or underrated, and it's Virgo season, so I think it's the perfect time. So this is what a
Perfect.
birthday gift to Beyonce. So I
Yes.
guess you
And
Virgos,
shout out to my best friend, my best Virgo friend. She
yes,
know who she is. Yes.
yes, and her name is anyway.
She know who she
That's
is.
all
I
we,
love
yeah. So
Virgos.
shout out to them Virgos. I don't know much about y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you because y'all are not Pisces. So let's move on.
We're gonna have an episode about zodiac signs. So right
Yeah,
now we just they're
we're gonna
very
stay quiet.
angelic, and we're gonna leave them at that.
We're gonna leave it.
Angelic.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, that's fair. That's fair. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. See y'all next time. Bye bye.